हेलो, गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीवन। लास्ट लेक्चर हमने स्टार्ट किया था टाइप्स ऑफ ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम्स। आपको बता रहा था मैं बैच ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम। तो बैच ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम, टाइम शेयर्ड ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम, डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम, नेटवर्क ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम और रियल टाइम ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम, ऐसे 5 प्रकार के ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम्स में क्लासेस रहेंगे। उसमें से हमने पहला डिस्कस किया था बैच ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम है क्या। और बैच ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम्स में मेरे ख्याल से पहले 4 पॉइंट मैंने डिस्कस किए थे। ओके, अभी उसमें जो प्रॉब्लम था वो प्रॉब्लम मैं डिस्कस करने ही वाला था। ओके, द प्रॉब्लम ऑफ द बैच ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम इज दैट इट हैज लैक ऑफ इंटरेक्शन बिटवीन द यूजर एंड जॉब। ओके, इसमें आपको रेयर इंटरेक्शन मिलेगा। ओके, बिटवीन द यूजर और जो जॉब है उसमें। तो इस वजह से ये जो पर्टिकुलर पंच कार्ड सिस्टम है, ये पंच कार्ड सिस्टम फेलियर गया, क्योंकि इस पंच कार्ड के द्वारा अपने को यहाँ पर ज़्यादा जो प्रॉपर कम्युनिकेशन है वो प्रॉपर कम्युनिकेशन नहीं हो पाता था। ओके, सो दैट्स व्हाई दिस वाज द बिगेस्ट प्रॉब्लम विद दिस बैच ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम। देन सीपीयू इज ऑफन आइडियल। तो जनरली कैसा है, यहाँ पर अगर कंप्यूटर सिस्टम्स का जरूरत है ही नहीं, तो वहाँ आपको जस्ट पंचिंग के टाइम ही वहाँ पर सिस्टम रिक्वायर्ड है और आइडेंटिफिकेशन वही पॉसिबल है। सो दैट्स व्हाई सीपीयू इज ऑफन आइडियल बिकॉज द स्पीड ऑफ द मैकेनिकल आईओ डिवाइस आर स्लोअर देन द सीपीयू। ओके, so that's why this is the main problem. And the third is the difficult to provide the desirable desired priority. ओके, आप उसको किसको, जॉब को किसी प्रायोरिटी अगर देना चाह रहे हो, फॉर एग्जांपल जॉब 1, जॉब 2 और जॉब 3 है, इसमें से अपने को जॉब 1 को हाईएस्ट प्रायोरिटी देके उसको पहले फिनिश करना है। जॉब 2 और जॉब 3 अगर स्लोअर भी है तो चलेगा। तो ऐसे सिचुएशन में हम यहाँ पर ये डिफिकल्टी फाइंड आउट करते हैं। ओके, सो दैट्स व्हाई इट इज डिफिकल्ट टू प्रोवाइड द डिजायर्ड प्रायोरिटी। ओके, नाउ next one is a time sharing operating system. टाइम शेयरिंग यानी इसमें पर्टिकुलरली आपका जो जॉब है, जॉब का टाइम पर्टिकुलरली शेयर किया जाएगा। ओके, या आप पर्टिकुलरली उसको सिस्टम कोई टाइम शेयर्ड बेसिस के ऊपर भी शेयर कर सकते हैं। सी, टाइम शेयरिंग इज अ टेक्निक which enable many people located at various terminal to use a particular computer system at the time, at the same time. Okay, second is time sharing or multitasking is a logical extension of multi-programming. Third is processor time, which is shared among the multiple user simultaneously, is termed as time sharing. And last point is the main difference between the multi-program batch system and time sharing system is that in case of multi-program batch system, objective is maximize processors use, whereas the time sharing system objective is to maximize the response time. Okay, here you can find these points also. Multiple jobs are executed by the CPU by switching between them, but the switching occurs so frequently the user can retrieve an immediate response. For example, in a transaction processing processor, execute each user program in a short burst or quantum of computations. That is, if n number of users are present, each user can get time quantum. When the user has to submit the command, the response time is in few seconds at most. The operating system uses CPU scheduling and multi-programming to provide each user with a small portion of time. And fifth is a computer system that were designed primarily as a batch system have been modified to time sharing system. Now here you can see the advantages of the time sharing operating systems are like this. It provide advantages of quick response. It avoid duplications of software. It reduces CPU idle time. So these are the three advantages, but it has also some problems, like problem of reliability, question of security and integrity of user, program, and data, problem of data communications. Okay, so these are the different points are comes under the time shared operating systems. Okay, so because of this time shared operating system, you can see here a reliability problem will be arises. Okay, as well as a question of security and integrity between the user and data, and the problem of data communications will be arise. Okay, so because of that, this particular time shared based system was now obsoleted. But instead of that, there is a distributed operating system. This distributed operating system is comes in picture then later on. Actually, if you see, if you look, distributed system uses multiple central processor to serve multiple real-time applications and multiple users. Data processing jobs are distributed among the processors accordingly, which one can perform each job most efficiently. The processor communicate with one another through various communications line. So here high-speed buses or telephone lines may be used. Generally, here it is referred as a loosely coupled system or distributed system. A processor in a distributed system may vary in size and function, and these processors are referred as sites, nodes, and computers, and so on. So here, these points are comes under this distributed system. If you look the advantages, with resource sharing facility, user at one site may be able to use the resources available at another. Seconds, speed up the exchange of data with another via electronic mail. Third is, if one site fail in a distributed system, the remaining sites can potentially continue to operating. ओके, टाइम शेयर्ड में ये ऐसा नहीं होता है. ओके, या फिर बैच प्रोसेसिंग में इस तरह नहीं हो सकता है. सो दैट्स व्हाई दिस विल बी एडवांटेज कम्स अंडर द डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड. It has better services to the customer. It has reduction of the load on the host computer. Similarly, reduction of delay in data processing. Similarly, here you can able to see some network operating systems. Network operating systems may runs on the server and provide servers the capability to manage data, user, groups, security, applications, and other networking function. So that's why here the network operating systems will be more efficient than the distributed one. The primary purpose of the network operating system is to allow shared file and printer access. So any one of the user can able to see that at any places. Among multiple computers in a network, typically a local area network, a private network, or to another network. Here you can see the network operating systems will be have following example: Microsoft Windows Server 2003. In earlier days, that server was very much popular, but nowadays Windows servers are now used. Okay, there are i5, i7. Similarly, Windows Server 2008, Unix, Linux, Mac OS, or Novell Network, and BSD type of softwares will be utilized. Here you can see advantages and disadvantages of network operating system. First one is centralized server are having highly stable. Security is server managed. Upgrade to new technologies and hardware can be easily integrated into a system. Remote access to server is possible from different locations and the types of systems. The drawback of network operating system are high cost of buying and running the server, क्योंकि जो नेटवर्क सर्वर रहेगा उसका कॉस्ट ज़्यादा रहेगा. So that's why here it will be one of the risky point for the manufacturer that it should buy and then run the server. Dependency on central locations on of our most operations, and regular maintenance and update is required. Okay, if you are not going to do the regular maintenance and update, okay, the server will be least important. Okay, now before going to the real-time system, here I just say, here I'm just taking a small break. Now next point is real-time operating system. Now here we are going to learn about the RTOS. So that's why here the real-time operating system are most prominently adopted nowadays. Actually, these systems are behave with respect to time. So that's why whenever we perform any particular operations or job, then the system will ensure that the work will be completed with respect to time. Okay, so that's why here the real-time operating system, in which the correctness of the system depends not only on the logical result of computation but also on the time at which the results are provided. A real time system is a system that will ensure that the exact time requirement for a job. Now, here we are going to discuss some points related to that real time operating system. So that's why here I have given you some points, like real time system is defined as a data processing system in which the time interval required to process and respond to input is so small that it controls the environment. Second point is related to that, it is always online, whereas online system need not to be real. Similarly, the time taken by the system to respond to an input and display of required updated information is termed as response time. So in this method, response time is always less as compared to the online processing. Now here I am giving you a uses of real-time operating systems. So here you can see in our day-to-day life where you use these real-time operating system. The real-time operating systems are used when there are a rigid time requirement on the operations of a processor or the flow of data, and the real-time systems can be used as a control device in a dedicated application. The real-time operating system has well-defined fixed time constraint, otherwise system will fail. Here I have listed few examples, like in scientific experiment, medical image system, industrial control systems, weapon systems, robot, home appliances controller, air traffic control systems, industrial control systems, food processing, engine control, fax machine, copier, printer, scanner, routers, most of the robotics applications where you use this real-time operating system. Nowadays, most of the surgery are also taken through robots, and they are operate at real-time operating point of view. Okay. Now here I'm giving you a comparison between the desktop and the real-time operating system. Okay, I have listed a few points related to the desktop and RTOS. Desktop, if you observe, the operating system takes control of the machines as soon as it is turned on, and then let you to start your application. You compile and link your application separately from the operating system. This process will be carried out in the desktop operating system. But if you look RTOS, then RTOS is slightly different than these desktop operating system. You can usually link your applications and RTOS. At boot up time, your application usually get control first and then start the RTOS. Second point is with the desktop, usually strong memory control and no recovery in the emergency cases. Similarly, if you compare with respect to desktop, RTOS usually do not control the memory, but the whole system must recover anyway. ओके, यानी यहाँ आपको मेमोरी का ज़्यादा कंट्रोल नहीं रहेगा, बट हियर with the help of user real time commands, okay, that commands will do the activity, and according to that it will wake up the processor, it will wake up the system, it will wake up the external peripheral devices according to the interrupt, according to any kind of methods. Okay, and the whole system must record anyway. Okay, generally in terms of desktop, standard configurations are adopted, but in terms of RTOS, sharp configurations are possibilities. Okay, means if you look for the temperature, pressure, flow, then in such type of scenario, you can have that different types of sensors, and their limited range. Okay, with that range that they should operate. Okay, and also the possibilities to choose the limited number of services. Okay, वहाँ पर ज़्यादा आपको मोस्ट सर्विसेज चूज करने के चांसेस कम रहेंगे because of the limit of in the memory uses. Okay, because of the limit in the memory uses, so that's why here very few number of standard configurations are there. Instead of standard, here we will use sharp configurations. Operating systems comes in two flavors. Okay, when you are going to check the operating systems in the market, then here you can see real time versus non real time. Now here real time है क्या और non real time है क्या, फिर से confusion रहेगा. Okay, generally simply बताता हूँ. Real time मैंने कैसा कि जो real time के ऊपर work carry out करेगा. ओके, और जो नॉन रियल टाइम है वो रियल टाइम कंस्टेंट उसमें नहीं रहेगा. सो हियर आई हैव गिवन यू फ्यू पॉइंट्स रिलेटेड टू दैट फॉर अंडरस्टैंडिंग द रियल टाइम वर्सेस नॉन रियल टाइम. The difference between the two is characterized by the consequences, which results if functional correctness and timing parameter are not met in the cases of real-time operating systems. The first point is the main difference between them is the task manager, which is composed by the dispatcher and the scheduler. Second point is like a non-RTOS, RTOS will provide support for multitasking with multiple threads and intertask communications and synchronizations mechanism like semaphore, shared memory, pipes, mailboxes, etc. In order, synchronization is of an even greater importance in order to avoid blocking of shared resources and to generate that the tasks are performed in the correct order whenever necessary. So if you look these 3 points will highlight that whether you are working in the real-time behavior or non-real-time behavior. Okay, now here I have listed some characteristics of the embedded real time. When you talk about the real time, then the real time constraints will come. Then, if you are going for embedded real time, then here you need to concentrate on these characteristics. First one is a deadline driven. Generally, the deadline is one of the important tasks, one of the important criteria. Without deadline, you cannot do the operation, job, or any process or any task. Means, for example, I just give you understanding. For example, if you are going to deliver or count cash, okay, so that it required some fractional amount of the time to count that cash. अदरवाइज फॉर एग्जांपल 100 नोट का बंडल है और उसको 10 मिनट लग जाए, it will be quite risky. It will be very difficult to judge whether that system is working properly or whether it give the result in a proper fashion. So that's why deadline will be important. So that's why deadline will be driven on the specific amount of the time. Okay, it should not require larger amount of the time. So that's why the deadline constraints are as minimum as possible, and deadline constraints are totally depend on the time. Then process the event in a deterministic time. Okay, we should need. Okay, so whenever you are going for a deadline, then we need to trust, we need to handle the task, we need to handle the process. Okay, so that's why process the event in a deterministic manner. Okay, means you should able to trace in which direction from X to Y direction our process is going, and within a stipulated time we have to carry out the work. Okay, if it is deterministic, then it is okay. Otherwise, if it is non-deterministic, means it will come random. Okay, so that's why the process का execution कैसे हो रहा है, either in regular linear fashion or random fashion. तो ये यहाँ पर ये deterministic points यहाँ पर important होता है. So that's why you can able to judge whether the system is deterministic or not. Then a system should have limited number of resources. If the system is not having limited number of resources, then the system will continuously engage with the multiple resources. It will continuously giving the services to that resources. Okay, so that's why any one of the resources will be raising and demanding the operation strategy. Okay, so that's why here the if the limited number of resources are there, then within a one cycle, if it is if it consider that there is no any resources raised, no any requirement is raised, so that's why immediately that the real-time systems efficiency as well as throughput will be increases. Okay, so there are many points are there for discussing the characteristics of the embedded real-time systems, but here I have listed few of them. Okay, now here again one point will comes here. If you talk about the real-time system, that real-time system may be हार्ड और सॉफ्ट. नाउ हार्ड और सॉफ्ट होने का क्या रीज़न है? हार्ड बोले तो क्या, सॉफ्ट बोले तो क्या? हार्ड बोले तो जनरली हार्डवेयर बेस और सॉफ्टवेयर बेस। तो जनरली हम हार्डवेयर बेस या सॉफ्टवेयर बेस यहाँ पर कंसीडर कर सकते हैं। क्या ऐसा हो सकता है कि टोटली हार्डवेयर बेस्ड सिस्टम आपके पास अवेलेबल हो? ओके, तो हार्डवेयर बेस्ड सिस्टम्स भी आपके पास अवेलेबल हो सकती है, या सॉफ्टवेयर बेस्ड सिस्टम्स भी आपके पास अवेलेबल हो सकती है। ओके, तो हम एक एक करके यहाँ पर पॉइंट डिस्कस कर रहे हैं। In a soft real-time system, tasks are completed as fast as possible without having to be completed within the specified time frame. Okay, remember, in a soft real-time system, tasks are completed as fast as possible without having to be completed within a specified time frame. ओके, तो सॉफ्टवेयर में आपको टाइम जल्दी भी ख़त्म कर सकता है, आपकी प्रोसेस जल्दी ख़त्म हो सकती है, टास्क या जो सब रूटीन है वो जल्दी यहाँ पर ख़त्म हो सकती है। सो दैट्स वाई हियर इट इज़ पॉसिबल विदाउट हैविंग टू बी द completed within a specified time frame. So time frame is not important in the soft real-time system, but in terms of hardware real-time system, okay, not only must task to be completed within a specified time frame, but they also to be completed correctly. यानी यहाँ इन हार्डवेयर ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम, ओके, इफ यू लुक दैट इट विल बी टोटली डिपेंड ऑन द हार्डवेयर, ऐसा नहीं। ओके, कि भाई चलो हार्डवेयर के ऊपर डिपेंडेंट है, हार्डवेयर के ऊपर अपन यहाँ पर बात छोड़ देंगे। ओके, ऐसा नहीं, नॉट ओनली मस्ट टास्क टू बी completed विद इन अ स्पेसिफाइड टाइम फ्रेम, बट ऑल्सो इट्स टू बी completed करेक्टली। ओके, विद इन अ स्पेसिफाइड अमाउंट ऑफ टाइम, लेकिन करेक्ट फैशन में उसको कंप्लीट करना जरूरी है। Okay, getting everyone? Now I think this will be the end. This will I think that this will be time to end this lecture. Okay, so try to give your attendance in your chat box. Okay, thank you very much for watching the video.